Hello everyone, here's Donna, a classical singer. Welcome back to my channel. I have to tell you honestly, I haven't properly exercised since weeks because, in this time, in this COVID time, there is no real purpose to exercise for. There are no concerts. So, of course, it's hard to exercise for something or to keep going, and it's hard not to exercise because then you have a bad feeling. So now I want to restart again, and I was already thinking about, I was planning how should I exercise for the first time after a pause, and what are those important things I have to pay attention to, or what are those things I was always told in my studies I was not doing well, or those small corrections your teacher gives you that are always the same. So I thought that I would share this to you, and I yeah, maybe it's for me or for you too. It's nice to see that everybody is a human, and yeah, laziness and this that you don't have a proper aim. That's for some of us it's not so easy. So I I say it, I share it with you. I think it's okay. The most the main thing is that we should go on. So, and I saw a lot of nice comments and likes about maybe my first video, one of my first videos where I share how I sing, how I warm up. So that's why I thought you would like it. So I think that as my life changed now in the past year, and that I had a pause, I have time to sleep, that my voice probably changed. So I shouldn't forget my volume. So I should remember again how deep I can breathe. Because of course I was singing in the kitchen, but it's not the same like singing on the stage. My cat is experiencing the boxes. Yeah, so how deep I can breathe, or how bright my instrument can be. And probably if I start now, uh, of course I will be focusing on the French touch, because that's the first thing. It's like the blossom, and I let my voice bloom from out of the blossom. And but I think that my position will be a bit lower than it used to be, and now I can hear my teacher's words. Imagine it higher, imagine it lighter, etc. So I will start with breathing exercise. I just feel my whole body, my upper body. I already did some stretching and had a big walk. And now we'll just breathe out. Meanwhile, I'm looking or acting, acting. I think I'm mixing German again. I pay attention to my position. If I have some tension somewhere, I also imagine the anatomy of my body, the muscles I am using now. So I will do this a few times again. So now I will do some piano exercises. It's like Randstimme. Yeah, that was a bad definition. There is nothing that it's like Randstimme. I should decide if I do Randstimme, whether Randstimme or piano exercise. Yes, so I will do a piano exercise. What I do here is I softly touch the edges of my inner instrument, and with the U, I'm imagining that U getting longer and longer in my face, and it comes out here, and so I'm just experiencing where are my edges, limits, borders, and I will need this long U for the high notes. And when I get to that Bruststimme or the throat voice, when I switch, I try to get in that French touch. And I open it up here, and of course I try to leave my facial muscles loose. So I will practice this a while. So I will test with another piano exercise how low my position is. Vieni, o luna, luna vieni. I cannot decide really, but I think it's smarter to do now exercises that start from the top. So, and it's also good for the French touch. If I give myself the note, the start note, I hear and feel that note in my ears, in my body, or in my brain, how I want to make the sound. And I learned that it's good to not just like a runner at the start point to get started and he's ready to jump. It's like you are ready, but you're also happy that this note is coming. And this is especially good and makes the start much more lighter for high notes. So, and what I just told you has to do something about that that stuff I told you in the breathing video, in one of my breathing videos, where you stay calm and have this excitement, this positive excitement at the same time. So I will come to it in another video. So I'll just practice this exercise further, or just continue it. So, and why is it good to do an exercise that starts from the top? Because you practice how to keep your position as high as it was with the first note. So, and of course the light switch from E to O without falling down. So, and another thing, I just ended on O, and I already have the next note, one note higher. And what I do, I breathe with the O, and I imagine that O in my head, and it gets longer and longer as the U in the other exercise. And that makes me ready or prepares the room for the next step. So, yeah. So let's go to another one. Yeah, this is a funny one, but it's very good for the French touch because singers do strange stuff to feel the rooms. And this is maybe not the worst one, but this exercise is not about sounding nice. So okay, it's too deep. Of course, try not to push it. It's nice when you feel it and find the point, and then you like to start to push it, but try not to push it. Just zoom it like a no. Some words just come in German, like a Hummel. It's like a bee. If you had a big pause and you do it after the pause, this exercise or exercises for the French touch, it feels like you're vacuuming everything out, like you're cleaning the room again. So the next is almost the same, but you start to sing and not just meowing. And of course, I don't only open here. When I imagine that vocal that gets bigger in my head, I also open in my body downwards. Okay, and another one for the French touch, but it's also good for the height, and I will finish with that because the video will be too long. So, okay, I show you what singers love to do to feel this French touch. It's like when you're sick and do that, but we don't do that because of that. So it's not that disgusting. But with that, you feel the room in your nose. And I also try to leave my facial muscles loose. Brio, 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 brio. And of course, it was a bit, it didn't have the dynamic I wanted. So, no. Remember yourself that you already imagine before singing that it's flowing. But then you start, and with the first vocal, with the first letter, with the first note, continue to do that. Like, try to do it much bigger than you think it looks good, or just try to do it much bigger. It's the main rule on the stage that you have to do everything 10 times bigger than you feel it looks good or it feels comfortable with something. So I show you. I was again, as I did it, I show you. I was imagining the room that I'm smiling inside. Brio, 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 brie. But it was like brio, 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 brie. So brio, 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 brie. And the last note has to continue going further too. Brie, brio, 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 brie. Brie. Brio, 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 brie. Okay, try to make this column thinner. Brio, 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 brie. Yeah, my position is a bit lower. I imagine the highest note. Brio, 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 brie. Now I imagine the whole exercise before doing it. Brie. Brio, 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 brie. Brie. Brio, brio, brie. Yeah, I'll continue. As a soprano, if I don't practice enough, or I think a lot of sopranos think that we lost our high notes. It's like you haven't ride the bicycle for some time and you think you forgot to how to ride the bicycle, but my notes are there. So thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Have a nice day.